What's going on, people? It's Mr. Dore back again with another podcast. I hope everyone's fitting well. And yes, as you know, there's no football on. So we thought I'd do a different kind of show. So if you can, people, before we do start, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you know, and comment below any questions that you do want to do for my special guest. But like I said, people, there's loads to talk about. And before we get the man himself, he's back again. A younger brother, I say, because they'll say vice versa. And we've got the man himself, Costa, from, how do you pronounce it? YouTube name, Costa?
Frilos,
that's it. Frilos, people. Say it. People in the chat, man, say it. People, have I pushed up, people? Have I pushed it up? But we've got the man himself, Costa. How are you, Costa, man? How are you?
I'm okay, man. I'm pretty good. Yeah, football season's over. Basketball's still going. Don't know if anybody follows European basketball. Greek basketball's pretty special. Type Greek basketball on Google, you'll see some special things. So people having a good time, mate, and happy to be back on the show.
Good, man. Like I said, people, Costa's got Olympiacos channel. I'm like I said, when we do have people on this channel, we like to show some love to other channels. So if you can, it takes you 5 seconds. Just go on click the link and subscribe to the channel, because like I said, they do fantastic work as well. And as you know, people, we've got this great relationship. As you know, if people don't know, and they should know, Mr. Marinakis owns Olympiacos as well, and they have won. Is it a double as well? And some of them won the league. Is it the League Cup or FA? Or what cup was it?
There's one cup, Greek Cup.
Oh, is it just a Greek Cup?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's like the FA Cup, basically.
Mate, we don't have as much money in football as you do in the UK, mate. So
you got Marinakis.
It's the Greek Cup, and the prize money for it is probably like 200k or something stupid.
Is that it?
There's no money in it, man. There's no money.
Like I said, people, please show some love to customers.
It used to be called the League Cup. Right now, it's the Carabao Cup.
Oh, Carabao Cup.
The FA Cup in England, of course. No, there's one cup in Greece. It's the Greek Cup. We won the Greek Cup this year. We won the league. We did the double. We hadn't won the league for a couple of seasons, which a couple of seasons without a championship for Olympiacos is enough. So you could say order has been restored in Greek football. So we're back at the top. We're back in the Champions League, qualifying directly. And
I'm jealous, man. Costa, don't rub it in.
Mate, look. I mean, we can talk about that, because I think it was a feisty and interesting end to the season for you guys. And look, if I can kind of dive into it already, I think that for Forest, it's been a magical season. You know, you guys back in Europe after God knows how long, more than 20
years.
30 years. Yeah, I was going to say 30 years for you guys. So I think going into the Champions League would have been a bit of a, obviously diving in at the deep end, even with the pockets that you've got from the owner and, all the money that comes in through English football. Conference League's a nice place to start, man. And I saw that
100%.
You guys are seeded in the first pot too. So
we are. But lots of people, as you know, like I said, Olympiacos, Costa said it. Olympiacos in the Champions League. We're in the conference, but I don't know if Costa knows it. Do you know that? Because I don't know regarding Crystal Palace, they could be kicked out of the Europa. We could replace them, but I just don't think. Me personally, and I don't think the chat agrees or disagrees on this. I don't want Palace to get kicked out. I want Palace to be in there.
Why would they get kicked out?
Because like the Leon owner, he owns Crystal Palace.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so the Leon owner owns Crystal Palace, but as well, the Palace, there's someone who has got like shares in Palace, owns Bromby, so they could be completely kicked out, all of it.
Oh,
you mean? So that's why. But I personally think that I hope that the Crystal Palace deserve European football, and this is why I want to talk about your Costa, because, like I said, as well, Olympiacos, people in the chat, Olympiacos won the Europa Conference 2 years ago, and
last year.
Yeah. And now Forest are in there, Costa. Do you think Forest got a good chance now of winning it, because you have to beat teams like Aston Villa, it's Fiorentina in the final as well. So tell everyone, but like, what's it like? Because it's like I'm a little bit disappointed we didn't get Champions League, but you said it at the start. It's better to start at the low than progress slowly and slowly, because now you're in the Champions League. So just tell everyone, what's it like being a fan winning the Europa Conference? But people like disrespect it a little bit. So just tell everyone about it.
I mean, mate, look, I think Champions League football in general is just on a completely different level. It's like, yeah, it's from another planet, mate. I to be honest with you, I have 3 kids, right? I have 3 young kids. I don't watch as much football as I used to. I watched like maybe 180, 200 minutes of Champions League football this season. But the one thing that you can see very clearly is just the pace at which the football's played is just absolutely insane. Like all the players on the pitch are machines. And then, you know, you watch PSG playing in the final, mate. Those 3 midfielders, they can run. It looks like they could run 2 marathons and, you know, just tirelessly and play football perfectly, like great technique. Just 3 machines in midfield and 3 fast, furious, like technically gifted players up front, like that guy Due on the right hand side, man.
Yeah, did you know Forest were linked with him 2 seasons ago? Was it 2 seasons?
Mate, apparently we were linked with him, so it doesn't surprise me because it was Modesto looking at him. Apparently, we tried to go in for him, but of course, okay, it ended up at PSG. What was it, 40 million?
Yeah, 40 million.
But mate, I mean, what can I say about Conference League? Like, first of all, like we hadn't played Champions League. There's context, right? So we're like one of the clubs in Europe that has, you know, I think top 10 appearances in European competition, Champions League included. So we're used to playing in the Champions League, or like the old Champions League. Now I think it's a completely different level. I think that we are going to have our struggles there next year. We're not. I mean, this year we lost 1 game. We lost 1 game in the group stage, and that was the first game away against Lyon. Then we went unbeaten until we lost away on that AstroTurf in Bodø/Glimt, exactly. But look, I think the Conference League is a great competition. It was made for these sorts of moments, like for a club from, you know, outside the top 4, top 5 leagues. It's an opportunity to go and win European silverware. When you look in reality, though, it's been 4 seasons, for like 4 years that the Conference League's been a thing. And you look at the winners. You got Chelsea this year. The first year it was Roma, and the second season it was. Help me out, chat. I can't remember who, but basically we're the only team in like the existence of the Conference League so far. We're the only club that's won it that's outside the top 4, top 5 leagues. And like, mate, the level of the teams that you're going to be playing in the latter stages of the competition, they're good teams. Like we played, we played Maccabi Haifa, Maccabi Tel Aviv in that epic game. Like they'd won.
Is that when you won 5? Was it 5-0 at their ground?
So we lost the first game at home 4-1. At home 4-1.
West Ham.
Thank you. Yeah, joke club. We don't care about West Ham.
Why? What's your beef with West Ham?
I'm a Tottenham fan, man. Like, so yeah. By the way, big ups to me. Like Europa League this year. Oh, mate, my friends who are Arsenal fans, they never hear the end of it from me after that, mate. But anyway, I digress. Is that Maccabi Tel Aviv game? We lost 4-1 at home, and then, you know, we were dead and buried. We had something like the odds, the chances we had of winning the competition was 0.1% after that loss at home. And we went away to play them, and we beat them 6-1 away from home in the second leg. Then we played Fenerbahce, the Turkish club.
Yeah.
Lots of money. Very good players. Like, it's, you know, often the case with Turkish clubs. You know, they've got lots of money. They've got big contract players, like big names. They had like Dusan Tadic in their team. Ferdy, the left back that's gone to Brighton now, I think.
Yes.
Really, really good left back. Good team, man. Like really good team. Edin Dzeko up front, etc. We won the first game 3-2. Lost in normal time in Turkey, and it went to penalties. We won on penalties, and then we played Aston Villa, and we beat them. What was it? 4-2 at home. 4-2 away, and then 2-0 at home to get to the final. So, mate, it's I think it is a disrespected competition, but mate, it's a chance for European silverware at the end of the day.
100%. I was going for the chat because you're getting some bit of love in the chat. Who run a late? It was no one. Costa was a little bit late, but when you people in the chat will know when you're a parent, you got to do parenting jobs. So
mate, it's that, and just keeping traditions and stereotypes as to what they are. Greeks are never on time. So.
No, black man time. I'm always early. I'm always early, but in the real world, when I'm saying Max, I'll be in the sick room for 5 minutes, half an hour. So I'm always late to everything. Cal, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're well. I've seen Dore and Dave on for freaks. Why does everyone keep saying this? Have you seen it yet, Costa?
No, mate.
So basically, me and Dave Asprey, we were on William Hill. It's like a 2-second clip. And, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I get messages every day about, we saw you in William Hill. So yeah, people, I am William Hill. If you see me, I know.
Nice.
So, Davey, absolutely legend. Hi Ben, hi Costa, and like I said, he's subscribed to your channel as well. So thank you as well. People, make sure everyone subscribes to Costa's channel as well. It's in the title. Eve, good evening, Mr. Dore. Hope you're well, and good evening, Costa. I hope you're well. Eve, absolutely legend. KL Forest TV. Hi Ben, hi Costa. I hope you're well, my friend. Dave said EM has given us control for us. He knows the rules. Yes, like I said, we are going to talk about Mr. Marinakis as well, people, because he's done fantastic for both clubs as well, and that's the reason why I got the man himself, Costa, to talk about it as well. Jack, all these people, we'll talk about it, because this is why I got Costa to talk about, because we're signing 3 players. Maybe one might go on loan to Olympiacos. You never know. But what Forest are thinking, so we will talk about that as well. But let's talk about it, because me and Costa, we spoke to midway through the season, and I don't know if Forest fans know, there's 2 Olympiacos players out on loan. There was on loan, and it's David Como and Stamic. Talk to me, Costa, about let's talk about David Como, because, like I said, I've seen him play one game. No, he didn't play. I watched you lot against Borough Glint as well. Yeah. And did he play? I can't remember if he played or not. I don't know if he did or not. But talk about Como. He's coming to Forest now, where we've got Milikovic and Murillo. Do you think he's got the right chance to fight to get a chance in the Forest team? Because I saw an article, he's coming back to Nottingham Forest. But do you think he's got a chance? We'll start with Como first.
Theoretically, yes. I think he's got all the he's got the build to play in the Premier League as a tall boy. He's very good with the ball at his feet. He had a fantastic end to the season with us last season. He was a pillar in the defense when it comes to our Conference League run to the final, and in the final he was just absolutely unbeatable, particularly in the air. And he's had a flawless final, and he really helped to raise the level of the Greek defender, our captain Panagiotis Retsos, that was playing next to him. I think having him in the team really helped Retsos find his confidence again. The thing with Como is that, this season, in my opinion, he didn't have a great season. I don't think many Olympiacos fans will be so sad to see him leave. I think it's kind of a natural ending. And for me, the main thing is motivation with this player, right? So I think first, let me give some background too. So he was loaned to us from Porto. He was signed by Porto from Braga for a record fee for a defender, and didn't get a chance. He fell out with Sergio Conceição in a training.
He's a ruthless manager as well.
Yeah. So I think it was like something to do with Pepe as well. He apparently Carmo said something in training about the manager Pepe, and basically Conceição kind of threw him out, put him in the reserves, and then kind of played a couple of games here and there, and then we managed to bring him in. We had a Portuguese coach at the time who lasted 1.5 months before we signed Mendy.
Was that the season you had about 3 or 4 managers in one season?
Mate, we had 4 managers before we got to Mendy.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. So before we won the Conference League, we're talking about the same season. But anyway, back to David Carmo. So Carmo ends up at Olympiacos in January. You can see the difference in quality. One thing for sure is that he's not the fastest. He one-on-one, he'll get exposed in the Premier League. One-on-one. So you need a team that's built in such a way as, to cover his weaknesses. Again, he'll get exposed one-on-one. He's fantastic in the air, and mate, he can.
How tall is he? Is he past 6 foot?
Must be 6 foot, for sure. He's a big boy. He can ping a 35 yard ball over the top or diagonally into feet. There's numerous goals that I can remember this season where you've just got Carmo at the back, lobbing a ball in, kind of just lining it down the touchline over the top. Pass to assist, those kinds of passes. So he's a technically astute centre-back, left-footed player.
Yep.
The only big worry I have with him in the Premier League is the speed. So I think, with the information I have, yes, he's going back to Forest. I think, depending who your manager is Nuno staying? Is that done now?
Who's that?
Is Nuno staying?
Yes, as far as I'm aware, because we'll talk about the situation with Gary Neville and all that later on, people, because it's very interesting from that. Nuno staying.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a Portuguese manager, Portuguese player, Portuguese speaking player coming in. So I think that will, I think he'll get his chance at Forest, but I don't think, I can't see Forest breaking that partnership of Murillo and Milenkovic. So I think he'll be a third option. And then the question is he going to stay and fight for it? Because at the end of last season, after winning the Conference League, ending the season on a high, David Carmo consciously kind of left Olympiacos because we could have made a deal to keep him, I think. But he went back to Porto, they tried to convince him that he's going to have a bigger role to play. It didn't happen, and in the same, the summer transfer window, he was bought by Forest and loaned to us. So I think he saw motivation in that move and saw Forest as the end game. Once another season at Olympiacos, and then to Forest, and to a degree, I think that kind of contributed to the not too great season that he had this year, because I think he knew in the back of his mind his target was to get to Forest, and he could kind of coast through the year.
I was thinking, because with him coming to Forest now, we've got Murillo, Milenkovic, we've got Morata, we're getting the another Brazilian player is João Cunha. We've got Kamara, we've got, we've got so many centre backs, and that's why. You know what? I don't know. So I was thinking, because we're getting this place from Botafogo. Do you feel? What's your centre backs like? Have you got two or three centre backs, or do you need a centre back? Because with all centre backs that we're getting, surely that you'll get one of our centre backs. Because I know you got Berkone. If everyone remembers, we had Berkone at Forest. He was a right back, but he's been playing as a centre back, hasn't he? At Olympiacos, if I'm right.
Biancon.
But Berkone,
yeah, he's been playing as a centre back.
Can't believe that. I liked him at Forest, but as a right back though, because he was fast.
Yeah, it's a funny one because was it at Monaco? He played as like in a system with 3 centre backs. So he either played like the centre back on the right of the trio at the back, or he played back. I know he had a serious knee injury, so we never really knew how he would recover, if he would recover, and if he would play. But he managed to build up such a huge rapport with the Olympiacos fans. He was, at the end of last season when he was injured, he had that knee injury. He was following the youth team around on route to the youth league final. We won that UEFA competition with our under 19s. He was following them around. He was, and he was wearing a suit everywhere he went. So now Olympiacos fans call him Mr. Mayor.
Okay. He's a character, isn't he? He's a big character.
Yeah, he's definitely a character, man. He's very wears his heart on his shoulder, and you know that goes a long way with Greek people too. They love obviously very passionate fans, a passionate player, and he signed a new contract. I think he extended for 2 years. So right now, to answer your question, we've got Retsos, our captain, and Pirola. He's Italian centre back that we've got. He's very good. I mean, early on in the season on our show, we were saying he looks a better fit than Carmo, and that he would end up being a more important player than Carmo in our team, and that's the way it turned out, mate. David Carmo ended up being the third option towards the end of the season, Biancon the fourth. So with Carmo gone, we've got another player coming back from loan, a young Greek player that's in these lists of top 100 talents in the world. So I think, we will probably go for a centre-back. And if I'm not mistaken, this player that you're signing, the centre-back, he's a left-footed centre-back too.
Yeah, left-foot centre-back, yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of swap, So
that's what I'm trying to say, because I was speaking to a Botafogo fan, and when he said he was a left centre-back, and he said that he didn't play as much games as it is, but at the same time, when Murillo came to Forest, Murillo didn't play as much games, and I look how it's turned out for Murillo. Murillo is one of the best players in Europe, if I'm honest. But that's what the question: do you feel this João Cordio might come to Olympiacos? But you never know. Something's going to happen. It always happens between our clubs.
Don't forget, there's Rio Ave in there as well, right?
Exactly, Rio Ave as well. So I think, I don't know if people know, they've signed is it Jonathan Panzo? He was at Forest. He was on loan at Rio Ave, but now his contract's ended. Now he's officially signed for Rio Ave. So there are going to be changes through Olympiacos, Forest, and Rio Ave as well. It always happens. Always happens because as well, Omar Richards, he was at Rio Ave as well, and he's come back to Forest, but I think he's got 1 year left in his contract. People, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Talk about another player that when we spoke last time, it's Stamic. Like I said, you wasn't really a fan of him. Has anything changed?
I mean, he got some games at the end of the season when the league was pretty much done, but he didn't it never happened for him, mate. He signed. I think he was the first signing we made last summer on loan from you guys. And he went to preseason. As soon as preseason started, he got injured. So he basically missed all of preseason. And the first time we saw him playing was against you in the friendly that we played at Karaiskaki.
Yep.
And I think there's quality there, like in the player, technically speaking.
Is he number 6? Is he on number 6?
Nah. Not really. He's more of an old-fashioned 8. I can't really say he's a box-to-box, but it's really one of those things. Like if you put some the right players around him, he can do something for you. But also, I think he's a player that's he needs the confidence, and he needs the right players around him. When we talked to a former player of ours that went to Red Star and played with him at Red Star Belgrade for a season, and he told us, really good player, but you need to be patient with him. Like you need to give him some time to gain confidence in himself and impose himself on the pitch. And that just never really happened for us. Like he didn't get consistent game time, and in midfield we were pretty stacked this season. We had obviously Santiago Heze, player that we signed from Argentina last season, who's been really good for us. We signed Danny Garcia from Athletic Bilbao. And we had the captain of our under-19s break through into the first team, Christos Mouzakitis. So there wasn't really much space for him in the end. And if you're asking me for my hot take, I don't think he's going to stay at Forest. I think you'll probably end up loaning him out somewhere.
Might go to Real Alves then. That's because I think, let's say we just lost Dominguez. He's out for 4 months now. So, and
nothing to do. There's not comparable. You can't compare the two. You can't replace him with. Are you getting rid of Danilo too?
Yeah, Danilo's going to Leon for 25 to 25 million as well, because I think, I don't know if you know, the John Textor and Mr. Marinakis, they got this. Has Marinakis got something on John Textor or something? He's got something on him because we sold Nick Carty for 27 million, Mangala for 25 million, and now we're selling Danilo. Like, I'm not saying Danilo is worth. I think at this time, like he's been good. He's not been excellent. That say, don't sell him and that, but I think that since that injury that he had at the start of last season, I think that's a major what's done him. But selling for 25 million, I think it's a fair price. But you never know. Like the Stamich, like Warren Stamich, maybe we can use him as a squad player for the European tours, because we like I said, no disrespect to the conference, when we're playing against teams I never heard of, maybe we can use him. And so I don't know. What how's people feeling, man? About, like I said, Como, Stamich. If there's any Olympiacos fans here, how are you feeling about this? Because I'd love to see these players in the Forest shirt, because it's nice, like the relationship that we have. And again, I want to answer this question. Like, weren't you linked to Harry Toffolo? Yeah. Would you want him because he's that contract?
I don't think so. We've got Francisco Ortega at left back, who will probably, we might sell him this summer. I think he's
what about Willy Bolly?
Nah, mate. Nah.
He's good. No, you know what? He's good. He's good experience though.
I can't see a player right now in the Forest squad that
in Olympiacos shirt.
No. I'm not talking about like who I would want or if they're a quality players, but looking at the squads, I can't really see right now who would move. I think that we've got two left backs right now. Yeah. And I think Ortega's clear of Bruno, the Nigerian left back for the moment. And if one of those two gets sold, I think we'll go for something better than Harry Toffolo. No disrespect to him, but I think Toffolo would have come in as a
backup,
Omar Richards type option.
Yeah.
We hadn't signed Bruno when we were looking at Toffolo, actually, and that says a lot, right? Like, I mean, Toffolo. How old's Toffolo? He's going into his 30s, right?
He's about, people in the chat. How old's Toffolo? I'm sure he's still. He's not. He's younger than 30.
Is he younger than 30? Anyway,
yeah, he's definitely younger than 30. He's not that old. People in the chat. How old's Toffolo? How old's Toffolo? Because I feel like, as all Forest fans know, he's not played as much, but like I said, he's had so much stuff off the pitch, and when he does come on, for Forest fans still sing regarding Toffolo, because he's a great ambassador for what he does for the club, and it's going to be a shame. And like I said, he's not. I don't think he'll be at Forest next season, but I want him to be at a club that is good for him. Not only for like a silly club, like a championship, like a low championship, or a high championship team. But I think he still will do loads. David said he's 29. 29 years old. So I don't know, maybe not. People, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Right, let's talk about this, Costa, because everyone knows about our own Mr. Marinakis, man. And when he came on that pitch, we know we've got a reputation of coming on Olympiacos pitch and going. I remember I saw a clip of kicking the ball on that for being angry.
Yeah.
So when you first seen it, and all Olympiacos fans, what was your first thought when you seen it?
What happened at Forest?
Yeah, when he came on the pitch to betray Nuno.
Normal.
Exactly. That's what I love it.
Normal. I mean, mate, look, because I don't normally get sucked into Twitter debates, but I saw the Gary Neville reaction and I was just like, mate, hang on a minute, because there's some hypocrisy here. Because, like, all right, I like some of Gary Neville's takes. I like his passion. You know, I think like he's borderline political. Like he's ready for a political career. Agree with him or not. What I'm trying to say is, you know, he's been a big critic of the Glazers. He comes out and talks about how, you know, there's no passion in football. The owners, they're all like, you know, from the Emirates, from Dubai, Americans that, you know, never show their faces in a stadium, and don't care about the clubs. And he talks about that a lot in the context of Manchester United and English football in general, how it's changed and it's become, you know, it's lost some of its character. And then you've got somebody like Evangelos Marinakis, and he's everything that Gary Neville wants, actually.
Exactly.
He's a passionate owner. He's present. Like, this guy's
he goes to every Forest game now.
Exactly, mate. On Saturday he's in Nottingham, and on Sunday he's in Piraeus, like watching the game at the Karaiskaki. He invests in his clubs. He supports his clubs with a passion, sometimes crosses the line. But wait a minute, like the guy has ambitions. Like, you have to have, like I said this after we won the conference on some interviews that I did. Like, you have to have the vision. You have to have the vision, right? When he took over the Forest, what did he say he's going to do? We're going to get Forest back in the Premier League. And when you got to the Premier League, the first thing he said when he got on the balcony was, like, we're going to get back to Europe.
Yeah.
And 3 seasons. It took him 3 seasons. Yeah. Not him. It took you as a club 3 seasons with him. So he's a guy that he sees the vision and he goes for it. Now, you guys were so close to Champions League. He believed it. You believed it.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about it. And he doesn't have the right to be disappointed. Like, I don't know what he said to Nuno. I don't know if it was about Taiwo, because there was talk after the game, like, you know, they were talking about Taiwo, like Taiwo had to go to hospital, like he was in a was he in a coma?
Yeah, he was in a coma. Yeah,
and mate. So I don't know what was said, but the context and the reaction was all about, why is he on the pitch?
Yeah,
why is he having a go at Nuno? Forest have had an amazing season. How dare he? Like, that was the tone of the English media, and I was like, why are you guys freaking out? Like, again, for the reasons I said, you cry and moan about not having passionate owners and not having owners that turn up to your games, and here you've got one and you don't like him.
I love him. It's not that, because, like I said, when someone has an opinion from outside in and they are going to say, oh, Marinakis, he can do it in Greece, but he can't do it in England. And like you said, Mr. Marinakis, he goes to every single Forest game. And like Costa says, you see him, like if Olympiacos play on Saturday, Forest play on Sunday, vice versa, he's there. He's there. But when Forest win, people don't. When Marinakis is giving high five everyone on the pitch, Gary Neville doesn't talk about that. And listen to me, right? Gary Neville, everyone has their opinion. Gary Neville's on a platform like Sky Sports and says about Mr. Marinakis. And let's put it in context. It's the second time Gary Neville has gone at Mr. Marinakis, because I think, what do you call him, mob boss or whatever.
They called him like mafia gang,
mafia figure, and now you gone from again. I think Marinakis had enough.
It was the season. It was the season before. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, season before. I think because it was the famous Everton tweet. That
it was about the referee.
About the referee and
whatever.
But far from that, Miss Marinakis, I think, said, and you spot on regarding when he was at Market Square, and he said he wants Forest to do well. And now look, it took us 3 seasons, and now, and this is why I'm going to talk about the next step, Costa, about both Forest and Olympiacos. Like, we see Olympiacos back in the Champions League, Forest in the conference. As a Olympiacos fan, and people in the chat as well, get involved as well. What's your next step? Because we all know Champions League is going to be so tough for you lot. Do you think Marinakis will invest heavily like he has done with Forest? Because we expect, like Forest bringing the 3 Brazilians in, do you expect to bring in players like at least 1 or 2 superstars to bump up that status for Olympiacos in the Champions League?
I think we've got a manager that is slightly allergic to superstars, with the notion of superstars. I think the manager has earned the right to give a steer on what he wants and how he wants to set up his team. So I think, the superstar era of, glamorous, like, big name signings is over. It didn't really, we haven't been successful with that at all for the last few years. We've signed big name players, but they've done nothing for us.
You had William,
William last season, or James Rodriguez in the past.
Yes,
Marcelo. It hasn't worked, mate. I think football's changed, and I think, mate, don't forget, like, when you put together the scouting resources and the network that Forest has, Olympiacos has, Rio Ave has.
Yeah.
You put Edu at the top of all of that. There's a really strong network there in which you can put options on the table and make informed decisions. I think that Olympiacos have a really difficult summer to navigate this season because we've got 3 young players, three young Greek players that we can probably sell. If we sell them all at the same time, we can make more than 100 million. And as soon as you do that, like, for example, this kid Babis Kostulas that everyone's talking about,
is he linked with Brighton, isn't he?
Yeah, Brighton want him. A number of English clubs, Manchester United, Arsenal, Tottenham.
Don't go to Man United. I think he'll ruin his career at Man United.
There's reported, like, interest from, like, all the big clubs in England, like Inter, Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. Like, everyone, like, he's in his age group one of the best strikers out there. So he just turned 18 a couple of days ago. He scored 6 goals in the league, got a couple of assists, played really, really well, man. This is a 17-year-old boy, and mate, he's 1.86 m. He just turned 18, 1.86 m, and literally the guy is built really well. You saw Due, how he's built like Due almost.
Yeah,
and he's got really good technique, really good hold up play, and he's not afraid. He's not afraid, man. Like, you see grown men just bouncing off him. He's so strong. He's freaky strong. And he's lethal, absolute killer. Like, to have that ability, mate. Like, I know English fans don't really understand this because they think Greek football is Farmers League, but the pressure of playing for a club like ours is absolutely massive. Like, it's unbearable for some players because you just have to win every single game. You're expected to win, and he's gone out there and he's done it in games where, like, mate, there was one game this season against Aris, we were losing 1-0. He scores a goal in the 81st minute. They equalise, in the 90th minute, and then literally we kick off. Next play, he scores a diving header to make it 2-1. And he scored big goals in derbies. So, mate, watch out for him. I don't know where he's going to end up. I don't know if he could end up at Forest. I don't know.
Bring him to Forest. Bring him to Forest. You know what it is? You're hyping him up. Okay, cool.
No, but like, mate, that's another question though, right? Because if you look at the swap deals between Forest and Olympiacos,
Yep.
there's not really one that's worked, is there? Is there one player that we've given you that you can say, oh, like he was really good, like I really liked him and he stayed in the team, etc., etc.
Let the chat, let people in the chat. Is there a player that has been? It's been like, I'll say, there's one player like say Cafu, because he had a personality.
Yeah,
I think he had a personality, and he got on board with a Forest fan. But the rest of them, who's the other striker we had? He scored. I think he scored a few goals for us, but then he left just like that.
Guerrero.
People in the chat, name him. Is it not Guerrero? Is the other one?
Jabur?
No, not Jabor. Oh, no, not Jabor. Not Jabor. He was. Who was it? Oh.
And Sarifad, the Iranian.
Yes.
Did he play? Yeah.
Yeah, he was all right there because he was a strong player,
Yeah.
and no one could touch him. And then I think he scored, and then after 2 weeks he left just out of nowhere.
It was weird. Yeah.
Yeah, but from now, I could say Cafu, but he was more of a personality person than everything else. But Cafu, you know what, Cafu, if you're watching, just I'm bigging you up. I'm bigging you up, Cafu. So I know you watch one of my streams, but yeah, Cafu more than anything else. Right, people, please do hit like button, subscribe if you're new, and make sure everyone's subscribed to Costa's channel. It's in the title, so all you do is click on that. And please, like I said, you got to do some great content for Olympiacos as well. Right, I think this is the last question, Costa. Like, the question is like with Olympiacos, you're an ambitious owner. He wants to win things. Like, do you think? You said you mentioned you got a good youngster in an 18-year-old left winger. Where do you need to strength to get that? Just be like competitive in the Champions League, if you know what I mean.
You need a good winger and a good defensive midfielder for me. Because the other 18-year-old, he's a centre mid player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think we need a top class winger, and we need a good central midfielder to partner up with that 18-year-old kid and Heze. I think that's what we need. But it's not like, mate. It's with this manager, he plays a very particular brand of football. It's not it's not the most attractive, but it's very effective, and the fans have bought into it. And if anything, it's he's a very old school manager, and the football we play is kind of rugged, but it's intense. And Olympiacos fans appreciate passion and intensity on the field. And this manager, he manages to get that out of players. So we'll see. I think it's going to be a difficult summer, mate, because, like I said, if clubs are smelling that you've got players that you're going to be selling for 40 or 50 million, like Costulas, then if you go and try and buy a player, they know that you've got money to spend.
Yeah.
And Olympiacos is not a team that spends a lot of money on transfer fees. We like to look at some free transfers, some bargains. I think last year the most amount we paid transfer fee was 4.5 million for Christopher Velde, or I could be wrong. I think Roman Yaremchuk, Ukrainian striker.
4.5 million.
4.5 million, 5 million, not more. Not more.
Wow.
Not more. There's no money in Greek football, mate. Okay, like Champions League, different proposition. You're going to get your 30 million going into the competition, but we also have to, balance our books from the bad business that we've done the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So I don't expect it to be an easy summer for us. We're linked with some pretty high profile players, like Brian Hill's been mentioned, who's still owned by Tottenham. Yeah, he's still owned by Tottenham, played the season at Girona, had an injury. He played under Mendilibar at Sevilla. So like he's on radar. There's all sorts of other players as well. A player from the Championship, Borja Sainz, Norwich has been mentioned. Don't know if you know him, but he's a left winger who scored like 22 goals for Norwich this season.
What's his name?
Borja Sainz.
Oh, yeah, he's a good player. He played. I think he played very well for Norwich.
Yeah,
yeah, he did. He'd be a good player for you lot, if I'm honest. Yeah.
So we'll see, mate. I'm pretty sure that we'll be getting someone from you somewhere along the line.
Who do you think will it be though? Do you think? No, I can't. Sangari? No, I won't say Sangari because he played 4 good games. Well, he's played 4 good games for Forest.
What happened to him? Because, like, mate, in Europe, he was fantastic with PSV. Like, really, really good player.
The thing with Sangari, right?
Yeah,
he's been at Forest for 2 seasons now. Like I said, he's had injuries. He was out for the rest of the season last season. African nations. He wasn't great. And then when he got injured, we got players like Ryan Yates and Dominguez in that role being fantastic. He come back, he just couldn't get in that team because if you are playing goal, why would you drop someone? Well, then he come back against Crystal Palace, and he did okay. And slowly he was getting better and better and better. And the Chelsea game, I think that's the best game he's had. And I've been critical of Sangari. I didn't understand why he got took off because he did control that game. But next season, I think it's the season that if he does stay at Forest, he's got to prove a point to everyone, to every Forest fan, to say because everyone's desperate for that number 6 role. And when we signed him, we thought, okay, big price tag.
Yeah,
and he's a bully. As everyone, because when he was at PSV, he had control of the ball and everything. But next season, it's a massive if he can do it, and if he doesn't,
who else have you got at the 6? Like because you don't really play a. So you play like Ryan Yates. He's a consistent player in midfield. Or you play Dominguez, Danilo's gone.
Danilo. Anderson is at 8.
More of an 8, yeah.
Anderson's at 8. Like if we play like a 3-4-3, we play like Anderson and Gibbs White. I think we played against Brentford. We won 2-0. But the main thing is, like I said, it's that 6 role. It kept changing with Yates, Dominguez, and then Sangari come back and that. But it was mostly Yates and Dominguez. So I think the question is like for this season. Do we need it at number 6? I think we do.
You need a striker, mate.
We do. Well, we get Igor Jesus, if that's how his name is, because I don't. And that's why I said we're getting 3 players from Botafogo, and I thought, maybe I think I texted you about it. I thought one of them players might go to Olympiacos because he hasn't played much games for them, and you never know. You never know. Right, people, it's been a great show. Costa, it's been a pleasure yet again for coming on my channel. Make sure, like I said, people, everyone go and subscribe to Costa's channel. It's in the title. Like I said, the back in Champions League, are you looking to go to most of the Champions League games next season?
I'm gonna have to.
I want to see a vlog, Costa. Get the vlogs up. That vlog for the Europa Conference was fantastic, man. You're always on TV. You know that. What was that? I saw on Instagram when Marinakis and was on, and I saw you with tears and all that. You've got to
know. Very. It's hard to describe in words that feeling, mate, because the club's done numerous documentaries about the club, independent or whatever filmmakers and whatnot. There've been loads of documentaries that have come out, and I'm always there.
You're always there.
Me and another 2-3 guys. There's a guy that's like praying in tears, and then there's me just kind of like at the end of the game.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. Beautiful,
Yeah,
mate.
I love it, man. That's what we're here for. To do, because, like I said, you follow Olympiacos, I follow Forest, and I want to see that again. Like I said, when I came to you lot, and I said, to you, I hope Olympiacos do well, and look at them, they win a double and all that.
Hey,
And
yeah, well, I don't know if we'll end up playing a friendly.
we always play each other, Costa. We'll play. We always play. You know what? Before we do it, we need Olympiacos to come to Forest.
Right. I don't know if that will happen this season or if you guys are going to come out for another summer tour. But whatever happens,
again,
try and make it happen. And I wish we'll obviously talk again. But I wish you all the best. And why not, guys? Go and win the Conference League. That's going to be that's the goal. That's the goal next season. Go and win the Conference.
That is the goal. That's the goal. I've already booked my hotel for Leipzig as well. So. But yeah, we need to look at what's going to happen with Crystal Palace. But I just hope we don't. I just don't. I want Palace to be in Europa so we can slowly get there. But people, it's been a great show. Thank you. Like I said, Costa. Make sure everyone goes subscribe to Costa's channel, please. It's in the title. Maybe we'll get Costa again before the season starts and see where Olympiacos who have the sign. Maybe they get one or two Forest players. You never know. Something's going to happen. It always does with Mr. Marinakis. But people, before we do go, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and hopefully, both Forest and Olympiacos, we get some fantastic players before the season starts. Hopefully Olympiacos again do well in the league, in the Champions League, whatever they're in. It's been a pleasure, people. If you are rewatching this and everything that me or Costa have said, if you agree or disagreed, get involved now. Thank you, chat, as well, for all of the comments as well. Enjoy it, people. There's going to be more videos as well on my channel, and Costa will have. Go to Costa's channel and watch. Are you doing a Greek? Is it Greek you're doing?
It's the first Greek episode we're doing. We've been running the channel for nearly 5 years, but we've never done a full Greek live show, and it's the first one we're doing today. But otherwise, it's English content. So please do feel free to join. Join the passion, join the madness that is Greek football and Greek sports. Olympiacos, the biggest club in the world when it comes to multi. Have
we got Panathinaikos in the Europa Conference?
Say what?
I'm sure we got Panathinaikos in Europa Conference, aren't they?
Yeah, you do. I think I can pal. I need to check.
We have. We've got Panathinaikos and AKA Athens. I'm sure it is.
It's going to be fun.
Bloody hell! Olympiacos fans, if you're watching this, just make you with it. I hope you're here for it, because if we do get Panathinaikos, that's going to be mental.
Those are the vlogs I want.
And you can be my security. You can be my security for them.
I'm known. I can't go there, man.
Right, people, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, Costa. Thank you, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace and love. Up the Forest, people.